everybody, welcome to Cooking with Johnny and Renee. We've got some very neat things tonight going on. We're going to cook some pork chops. We have in the oven already what is that? It's kind of a dish that we took and reworked. I'm not really sure what we call it, but I'll let Johnny talk about that because he was kind of the mastermind.
We got what I would call a bacon tomato casserole.
Hang on just a second, let me flip here.
So we got a bacon tomato casserole already in the oven. It's tomatoes, cheese, bacon, garlic, pepperoncino peppers, and biscuits, cheddar biscuits. So that had to cook for a while, so I got that in there. It's kind of like the last tomato dish. With summer coming on, we're gonna have if you're anyone near a garden and people giving away tomatoes, are fresh out of the garden, are the freshest. These came out of the garden down in Mississippi. So we got them in there. I've already got the pork chops laid out here. I got my pan hot. Again, like I said, I soaked these in salt water before I put them in here. I'm gonna get these to fry up. I love having a griddle pan. A griddle pan cuts down a lot of your cooking time and using one dish. With the bacon, I've already cooked the bacon in this pan for the tomato dish. I cooked the onions in the pan for the tomato dish, and now I'm going to add some more onions to this to give it some flavor.
Which this isn't a Pampered Chef product. This is just one of our griddles that we already had. So we'll be showing you some Pampered Chef products tonight, but this particular one is just a normal griddle. You could probably do this on one of the rock crocks if it's big enough. They have several things that you could probably do this on, the iron skillets or anything like that.
They have an iron griddle. They have a griddle in the Pampered Chef lineup. With everything that's going on, we have not got to that purchase. And I'm not making the purchase for something I already have, but I mean, we got ice cream makers coming and everything like that, but we're starting out with what we have, and we're building our collection up along with you.
And that's one important thing, kind of noting we're suffering from it, and you know, if you order, you will too. Pretty much everything that you order now online is going to be delayed a little bit because of COVID. So just beware that when you do purchase, there is going to be a little bit of a lag time. It's not going to be as quick as shipping if you bought from them before, so it will be a little bit slower getting to you. But as all of you know, if you've used Pampered Chef, it is worth the wait.
Yeah.
Now, what we have going on over here while Johnny's cooking that, Michelle is making, we mentioned we had gotten the ice cream cooker. We got happy for ice cream and didn't want to wait any longer, so we have Michelle over here with a bowl of ice. I don't know if anybody's ever done this before, but this is a really neat thing to do with children.
And also we have some ice cream.
Yeah, we have the ingredients already in there, and she's going to make up some more in a minute. Once we get everything started, she's going to go over and actually use one of our little blender products and make 2 more bags for us, and this time those 2 are chocolate, but ours are going to be made from fresh peaches. So she'll show you how to do that in just a second. Meanwhile, she is moving this around inside of this ice mixture. So this ice has ice, water, and a good bit of salt in there so that it makes it really cold.
It will numb up the bananas. 2 seconds.
Yeah, so as long as you keep that churning, in about 30 minutes, it should come up with some ice cream. So we're going to make another batch and kind of show you how we did that. Meanwhile, Johnny's over here cooking these lovely pork chops, which I cannot wait to eat. So we've done chicken for you. I think we've done some beef for you. So tonight we wanted to show you what you can do with pork. And pork is usually a fairly quick meal. So this is something you could do just coming in from work. Now, the other thing in the oven, the tomato, we're going to call it a BLT casserole, I think is what we're going to call it. So, bacon tomato casserole, okay. So this he's done in just a traditional cast iron skillet, but it started out as a tomato cobbler, and we took it and kind of gave it our own twist. So we took the tomato cobbler recipe. It already called for the bacon and oddly enough mayonnaise. I'll post the base recipe up a little bit later, but we improvised and added some extra cheese to it, and also a little bit of basil and the pepperoncinis, and I think he put scallions on the top of it, just the green part of the top of a green onion or scallion. So those are on there. And meanwhile, he is frying these pork chops. And Johnny, tell us a little bit about what you're going to do with these pork chops.
Pork chops, I have a sear on them. And I just, to kind of save myself some time, instead of sitting there and watching the pork chop seared. After they sear for a little while, I got some tomato sauce here, pasta sauce.
Now he has heated that in one of our little pans. We'll show you in a minute. And that's one of the Pampered Chef products in the back there that he's pulling the marinara from. And that pan will go on the stove, but then if you want to put it in the oven or you need to put it in the oven, you can take the handle off and actually put the pan part into the oven, and it's completely oven safe. Now the handle, of course, would have to be left on the counter while you're doing that, but it is a very versatile product so that you can use it on the stovetop or also in the oven. Welcome, Julie and Ronnie. Glad to see you in. So what we're doing, Julie, since you weren't in here, we have we have kind of dubbed it a BLT bacon casserole.
Bacon tomato casserole.
Yeah, and it started out being, hi Julie, great to see you. It started out being a tomato cobbler, and we took it and kind of improvised and put our own spin on it. So it's a little bit different. It actually has biscuits on the top, which is something different that I haven't seen done with the tomato. I can't wait to taste it, so I'm really curious as to what it's going to turn out to be. So the pan that's on the back that he's dipping the marinara out of, when he finishes getting all the marinara he wants out of it, we are going to put some cheese on it and throw that little pan in the oven, and we're going to pair that up with some ready-made cheese sticks that we bought from the freezer aisle in the grocery store, and we are going to toast those. This is actually a Pampered Chef product. And tell us a little bit about this, Johnny.
That is what they call the bar pan. You can do brownies, you can do not anything you want to bake, bread, brownies, whatever you want to put in there, you can put it in there.
Probably do a nice square pizza too. It would brown the bottom pretty good.
Yeah, you can do
I'm
a
fairly
square
sure.
pizza. Is this the stone pan?
Now when you get this in, what I've already done is season it. So I put it in the oven, and I use coconut oil. I put it in the oven and rubbed it down just like you would a cast iron skillet, and I put it in the oven for 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. And now that it's come out, it should be a non-stick surface that's created. Now this is not something that you would put soap on, so these are easy cleanup. They come with a little scrub bar thing, and you can get anything that's baked on it off with that, and then you would just wash it with warm water.
So I've got all of my pork chops in the oven. Because the tomato, the BLT tomato casserole, and I'll name it sooner or later. In the oven, finishing cooking. Now that takes a little while because you've got stacks of tomatoes, cheese, onions, bacon, peppers. It's stacked up, and the biscuits are cooking on top of it. It's got a few more minutes in there, so that's the reason we started that earlier. The pork chops are in there, so they should come out about the same time. The tomato sauce around the pork chops are going to give them that Italian flavor to it. So you've got a little more toward the Italian, Southern Italian, because of the onions and the peppers and the BLT. And I'm going to take over the camera, and then I'm going to move her over there, and she's going to, while that's cooking, they're going to show you the rest of the ice cream.
Hi, Donna. Great to see you in. So tonight, Michelle is going to start with the she's already got this started over here. She has these mixtures in this bag, and they're in an ice bath here. And what you do with the ice is you put a little water in it and salt. So as the salt causes the ice to melt, it makes it even cooler. So it's almost impossible to keep your hand in it. It's so cold. So as this is moved back and forth in there, the ice cream will freeze solid. So we've had this in here for a few minutes. It usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and it freezes faster to keep it moving. But for right now, we're going to go over and let Michelle show you how that's done.
Okay.
I'm going to get her ingredients. Here's your recipe, darling.
Oh, it's over here on the
We'll need that. that.
Okay. So we got the recipe over here. This is all on the see the actual recipe guys.
Now for this, you do the heavy whipping cream and half and half. And I'm gonna have a see here with your stuff over. So it takes a half of a cup of the heavy whipping cream and a half of a cup of the half and half.
But we have to start with here.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to just fill this up to the half mark, and then once she gets that in there, she's gonna take the other milk, whichever one she doesn't put in first, and fill it up to the cup line.
Okay. So basically, so we're gonna start by pouring a cup of milk. And then,
Now that's the half and half that you're pouring out.
so then we're gonna add in our heavy whipping cream to the cup.
Fill that up to the cup. Okay, so
Sorry.
one of the products that we're going to use here tonight, we've got a few of them that we're going to showcase on. This is the silicone bowls, and these can go in the oven or the microwave. I believe their oven's safe up to
400 degrees.
100 degrees if you use.
But not the lids.
The lids are just for keeping it fresh. They don't really keep it in there so if it's liquid, it will spill out. But it does have a lid with it. It's not something with sugar. But inside the bowl is measurements, and yours it's a little flimsy bowl so you can move it around. If you have any type of problems holding something, arthritis or anything like that, it's a really good product to have because you can grip it pretty quickly. Alright, so now we've got what, 2 tablespoons?
Yep.
Alright, so let's grab, there's one,
And then we're gonna add.
and there's the second one. So I think John's already pre-measured this. I'm gonna get that sugar where it was. And we should be able to just pour the rest of this in when we get a second batch. But now let's put our vanilla in. So that's a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm gonna put that in. And while I'm mixing that up, I'm gonna let Michelle show you another product that we have, which is a little, like a little food processor. So it has the little knobs in the bottom of it, and you just set the lid on it, and it's manually operated. So she's going to chop those up. while
You're
I'm
going
stirring
fast.
this up.
Longer strokes.
It's kind of hard to do it somehow. It's easier to do with peaches and crackers.
Yeah, she used it to grind up some crackers and different things that we have. But this is something that you can do with your children in the kitchen. And, you know, as we've talked about before, one of the things that we like to do is spend time with family. And passing down recipes and how you cook and different things to your children is one of the most valuable things that you can do for them as far as life skills. Because they need to know how to cook, they need to understand about spices, what goes in certain dishes, you know, how things taste together, you know, even how to just boil an egg. Things like that. You'd be surprised how many people don't have those skills.
I think we might be almost done.
I think you're done. So we're going to take a little bit of that and we're going to go ahead and put it in here.
And that looks like
So now we have that done. And that'll be an easy cleanup
that's
later.
gonna be really delicious.
So I'm going to grab my spoon out of here. Go ahead and get your bag ready. I'm going to put a couple spoonfuls of that in here.
We got our
Stir
2
it up.
bags.
Alright, so here's one batch. And I usually just put it in a single bag because it's easier to move it around inside of the ice. And it'll freeze faster.
Yep.
So, this isn't a pampered chef product, but they do have some little cups like this. But anything that's easy to pour something out of would be good for this kind of project. So now you want to try to get as much of the air out of it as you possibly can. So when you take it and seal it,
It kind of reminds me of ice cream.
make sure it's good and sealed. And we'll just put that aside for a second and go ahead and mix up your second.
Hello, Brandon.
So,
Alright, so we got some half and half, and just put it in there real quick.
that's what this thing is called.
So all of you that see if people are joining,
Alright.
we're doing a few things this morning. Right now, we're making dessert. I've already put together pork chops in tomato sauce with some onions. And then I've also got what I call a bacon tomato casserole. It is fresh garden tomatoes sliced up with Italian seasonings, salt, pepper, oil. And then I have a mayonnaise with onion, bacon, and Dijon mustard. And then I put homemade biscuits on top, wrapped, put in with some cheddar cheese. Those are in the oven cooking. They'll be pulled out here in just a little bit. And they are working on dessert.
What we're doing is the ice cream. I talked about that a little bit earlier, which is it has to be kept moving a little bit so it kind of relax here since we have the shell over on the other project. But as long as you move this around inside the ice, it will freeze usually about 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes takes 30. But what this is a mixture of ice and water and a whole lot of salt. And what that does is you make the ice begin to melt, and as it melts, it's sort of a chemical reaction, and it begins to get really, really cold. And it's almost impossible to stick your hand in and keep it in there. But as long as you keep the bag submerged, and what we've done is, like she's doing each little individual bag with the actual ice cream mixture in it, we put them inside of a larger bag to keep it from getting the salt and water mixture in there, and we just keep it inside of the ice until everything freezes. Okay, so you've gotten that in there, got it all stirred up good?
Yep. And now, after we get it fully stirred, we're gonna add in our
And we're gonna add in the pieces that she's crushed with the little pepper chef
and we're gonna stir it.
vinegar.
And then we're gonna stir it up nice and low this time again. Oh, that's enough.
And I'm gonna go ahead and stick this one that we've already done inside of this bag. So this is our first one. I'm gonna stick it in here.
And then we're gonna stick our second one. And then you take out
The
the
second one into this container.
So while they're doing that, I'm gonna move over here. And I've got some stuff to get in the oven. So right now I have got pasta sauce on the back burner. It's staying warm. That is going to be going with get this in here to go with our bread. This takes about 10 minutes. But while that I've already got in here that I'm pulling out. This is the bacon tomato casserole that I've got cooked up. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. Then I cooked the pork chops at the beginning of the video. They are done. I'm gonna lay them right here because I'm running out of room. All right, and I'm gonna move this up. Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna switch here just a second. And this is not a professional done situation here. Like we've said before, we just showcase what goes on in our family kitchen, and that's what we want it to be about, is sharing dinner with family. And we are showcasing the Pampered Chef products, but we also want you to be able to incorporate those with something that you already have in your kitchen.
So you can see my biscuits are done.
That looks amazing, Johnny. It really, really does. So now, as the bread's cooking, we're gonna put a little bit of cheese, which I've already gotten in the, I already have it in one of the little silicone bowls in the refrigerator, waiting to be put on top. And Johnny's gonna show you about the skillet in the back, which we already have it on the eye there, cooking and warming. So he's gonna put this cheese on the top, and he's gonna disassemble the handle so it comes off. And we're gonna put it in the oven and melt this cheese. So we'll have a marinara sauce for our bread. I think he's cheesing the biscuits a little bit more. And that's gonna make a really nice marinara sauce mix, kind of like what you would get at Olive Garden or somewhere like that. What he's using here is the little silicone storage and measuring cups that they have. They're one of my favorite products. If you have trouble holding things, they squeeze and squish up so that you can hold them very easily. They also have a little lid on them that you can use to keep things fresh. It's not really going to keep anything from spilling out in your refrigerator if you turn it over, but it does hold the the freshness of the product in that you have in there. I really love those little mixing bowls. They're really cool. And if they get discolored with something like tomatoes or anything like that that you put in them that might be acidic, that's going to cause them to discolor, you just rinse them in a little bleach.
So it's got a little button on the side, you pull it towards you, lift up on the handle, and slide it in.
And that's the skillet we were talking about earlier that he just had on the back of the stove. So now, show us the handle, Johnny. He's taking this handle off, and we're able to put the other part of the skillet into the oven.
The other advantage of this is if the handle comes off and you go into your cabinets, you're stacking a round circular, and you can stack them on top of each other and put your handles in the middle, and that makes more room in your cabinets because you ain't got handles poking out throughout the cabinets.
Yes. Now, if you've seen anything tonight that you like and you want to purchase, we have a couple. We actually have one party that's going live now. It's Austin and Adrian Young's party, and they are doing one for us. So you can go on to our Facebook page and find that link. If you have trouble finding it, just send one of us an instant message, or we have our phone number on there. You can call us or text us, however you want to get in touch with us, and we'll help you do that. We're also going to have our launch party coming up. In about 2 weeks, we are going to take a trip to Dauphin Island. And while we're there, we're going to be cooking from you live. And we're going to get some of the local seafood and different things. We really haven't made up a menu yet, but we're going to be just kind of winging it with what we find there. Maybe some fish, maybe some shrimp. Thought about some.
Cook for us?
Yeah, I thought about some blue crab. We just begged Johnny. Johnny's a good cook. He really is an amazing cook. He did crab legs for us a few weeks ago. They were just phenomenal. Probably the best crab legs I've ever had. And so we have Michelle over here working away still on the ice cream. So as long as she keeps that moving, in about 20 minutes we should have some ice cream.
Especially the chocolate.
Do you have any questions about anything I cook? People come in late that want to know what's in the oil.
That's the, what did you finally dub that? Tomato?
Bacon tomato casserole.
So tell us what's in there, Johnny.
We have sliced tomatoes on the bottom, put some olive oil, salt, pepper on the tomatoes. Then we mixed up a mayonnaise and Dijon mustard and
Bacon, onions.
I got some pepperoncino peppers in here.
I think we have basil.
Yeah, basil. What I'm doing here is I make homemade biscuits. This is my recipe. And I put cheddar cheese in them. If you don't know how to make biscuits and you like canned biscuits, throw you some canned biscuits on top of it. Just take those canned biscuits and wrap them up with some cheddar cheese. Make it your own. I mean, the biggest thing I learned in cooking is take what somebody else is doing and make it
Improvise.
your flavor.
Yeah, do your own thing. And that's kind of what we are, is we're sort of fusion cooks. So we take everything. We like all these different types of things. So we kind of just sit around sometimes and think, well, what can we do with that to make it different or give it a different flair? And we wind up with we have some fails sometimes, but we wind up with some really good things as well.
Yeah, really, really good.
Now, as far as the biscuits, and if one of the next shows, I'll share a little cheat with you. And I will tell you, Johnny makes some of the best biscuits I've ever put in my mouth. But I can come really close to those biscuits with this little cheat that I have. So I can show you guys how to do it. It's like super easy. It's really just a couple of products that you put in there. And those biscuits are going to taste pretty much like your grandma made them. I think I actually made Johnny jealous the first time I made them. Okay, so it looks like dinner is about ready to be served. So does anyone have any questions or anything that you need to ask about any of the desserts or any of the products that you saw tonight? If you think of something after we go off live, again, our phone number is on there, or you can instant message us through Facebook. Just let us know what you have a question about, or if you want to order product and you can't figure out how to do that, please let us know and we'll help you with that.
Also, think about what you can, if you, when we go to the ocean, what are some of the things you have challenges cooking? I mean, it's not all about us. And I'd like to, if I don't know, I'll investigate and I'll try and I'll get it to the closest that I like and I'll pass on it to you. I mean, I'm here to help. I mean, I love taking something that somebody else has done and fusing it, change it.
Make it something good.
Maybe it's something that you never thought of before. But I want ideas from you too, because I want to share. I want to help. And if you have a question, something that keeps failing, why is it failing? If it's something I've tried, I'll be glad to share you my secrets and what I've learned through yours.
Well, if no one has any more questions, it looks like we have dinner and are about ready to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And I thank every one of you for coming. And we're pulling all this stuff out of the oven right now. So we are about to have dinner.
And maybe some dessert.
And hopefully dessert soon. So thanks to everybody for coming. And we will see you next time.